let's make a sound. Smack that ball, spin it around. Courts alive, the vibe is real. Pickleball life is the ultimate deal. Balls deep, we go, no holding back. On the court or in the chat. Life's a rally, let's keep the streak.
Ever heard of the Balls Deep podcast? I think we could create some elite teasers.
Pros with moves and touch the tail.
Where's my mic?
Game we all excel. Balls deep, we go, no holding back.
Welcome to the Balls Deep podcast. I'm Ava and
And I'm Camila Zolvetti.
And today we're going to be talking about how to grow on social media as an athlete, specifically a pickleball player, because that's what we are. We're not really athletes.
We just play old people sports and then make videos about it.
Yeah, but no, I think this is something that Camila and I somehow have a little bit of expertise in.
I would say that in the pickleball world, we might be amongst the top of content output versus result output. Like, if you had the chart of results and social media, we are highly up on low results, high social media, versus other people might have high results, high social media. You want to find other people have high results, low social media. That's not good.
I mean, I'm a really good player, and I also have really good social media, so I don't know what you're talking about, but
yeah, for me.
You're good. You're a good player too.
No, we're great players and all. However,
we're excellent players. Okay,
we're not in the top 10.
Get that out of the way.
We're not in the top.
But
10.
we could be.
We just,
if it weren't for the injury.
Yeah. If it weren't for my shoulder injury when I was 12, playing baseball.
But anyway, let's get into it. Sorry that every intro is kind of weird.
I like it. It's part of the brand.
Yeah,
that's what we're going for.
Yeah. So
approachable.
So social media. Everyone has it.
My parents have it.
It's tough to grow. It's definitely not easy to grow. I mean, in today's day and age, you got to fight for your followers. You got to fight hard.
You got to fight hard. You got to post a lot.
You got to go balls deep into it.
You do have to go balls deep into it. Ava, how did you actually start getting into posting on social media?
I think that, honestly, you were a big part of it. I think that right around when we became friends, it was like I finally found someone who would make silly little videos with me. Do you remember the first video we made together with the serving rules?
Oh, yeah, in Bristol.
PPA
had just changed, or they had jokingly posted some memes about them changing the serving rule, that it was going to be underhand, or you had to bounce it, or something. Just some meme came around about it, and so we just,
it was like, because there was a spin serve, or
you had to like spin around yourself and then serve it. We added like a fun little piggyback one. Yeah, that was actually very entertaining.
Yeah, so that was kind of when I started posting a lot, because we started posting a lot together, and then I went home to Florida and I would make some silly little videos for fun. I made one video where it was like, if you're like me and you don't have any friends, you can train on the wall.
That was so funny.
And then that was the first one I posted that kind of did well. And then after that, I was like, okay, started having more and more funny ideas. And then kind of from there, then I hired Chanel to help me with my social media.
Chanel's a social media manager.
Yeah, so she is a photographer who manages a lot of the pro player social medias. And I thought it was a good idea to get some professional quality in my little silly little goose videos. And then after that, I just kept trying to be consistent as possible, and I tried out every different strategy. I tried tip videos, I tried funny videos, I tried serious videos, a handful of lifestyle videos, and nothing ever really was ever fun for me besides the funny ones.
Yeah.
But my older brother, James, is pretty good at the social media strategy stuff because he has a coaching business and now also a paddle business. And he told me that it was silly to try and make funny videos because no one is able to have a great, genius, funny idea every single day and post consistently, whereas you could easily make a tip video every single day, like the Tanner Pickleball route, where you post a tip every single day.
Interesting, but you're funny. Well, I think that is valid for most people who are not funny, but if you know Ava, she's probably the funniest person you'll ever meet. So for her, it comes naturally, and that's actually easier than providing tip videos.
Yeah, because I don't actually know that much about pickleball.
We're like, I don't know, this might be very niche, but the video Ava and I made with Mari and Elise, we made a pranking video where we were giving bad advice. Elise legitimately thought we were giving the advice to not bend your knees and to speed up crossword. Like, she legitimately she was like, these girls were just stupid, which was very funny, which is a different video, but.
Let's get into the tips on how to grow your social media as an athlete. I would say, okay, so number 1 is you
Consistency!
Well, yeah, consistency.
I think that's like the biggest one. For me, what was kind of my origin story on the how I got into posting was I wanted to take 1 second a day videos back like 2 years ago. That was like my New Year's resolution. And then I got in the habit of taking videos, which I think that was the biggest like turning point for me, that I was just like getting used to just pulling out my phone and having a video being taken instead of like a photo. And then I had made it also my New Year resolution to post 1 video per week.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that was so tough at the start, where I was spending so many hours on the crappiest little videos you could ever imagine. And I thought I was cooking. Like, I remember that one of the first ones was an Iceland video. I had gone on a road trip with Brian and we went to Iceland, and I was like, I'm gonna make a cute little like Iceland recap or just like a montage of it. Choosing the song, choosing which clips. I had the video that was gonna be a reel was like 20 minutes. And I was like, I can't cut anything out of this. And Brian was like, no, this has to be 20 seconds. So like, you need to cut everything out of this. And I had mixed it. It was a disaster. But at the time, it took me like 10 hours to make a 30-second video. And at the time, I was like, this is the best video I've ever made. This is gonna blow up. It got like 2 views. And it did terribly. And looking back in hindsight, I'm like, oh, this is a pretty bad video. Like, no wonder this didn't do well. But yeah, with that consistency, I build consistency. And then once you start posting, I think you get that feedback of like what performs well.
And it gets easier and easier every time, right? You're building a skill. So you're realizing, oh, this works, this doesn't work. You learn a little bit, angles, you learn how to use CapCut easily. Like when I first started, it would take me, probably like an hour to make a tip video. Now I could literally take a video of me dinking, do a voiceover, make a tip video on CapCut in 30 seconds. That looks pretty good.
Maybe we'll have one episode where we will edit a video on camera, maybe sometime in the future, one day, maybe. If people want that, we can do that and give some pointers on how to use CapCut. That would actually be kind of interesting.
Who taught me how to use CapCut is Tanner Pickleball.
Actually. Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Yeah, he taught me how to use it. So this one's interesting. Post videos where you're talking and showing your personality.
Yeah, I'm heavy on this one. So I think a bunch of pro pickleball players right now have a bunch of photos of them playing pickleball, and they maybe have some points of them playing pickleball. However, if I land on your page and I don't know you as a person, if I don't get to kind of hear you talking or just see how you interact, or like, are you smiling at me when you talk, or just that kind of like human connection, I'm not following. Like, I mean, you know, it's like, that's why honestly Tanner Pickleball does so great, because Tanner Pickleball is an influencer that posts like 1 minute, like how to improve your serve in 30 seconds or 60 seconds. Pretty basic, very straightforward, but you get his personality through the screen. And I think that's like so important. And I think if you don't have any sort of like talking videos where you're kind of natural, you're being yourself, authentic, and people want to follow people, they don't just want to follow your highlight photos that you get. That'd be my thing.
Unless you're super hot, then yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why people follow us, just for the hotness. That's why
people follow our highlight photos. But
yeah. Nobody else.
If you're not that attractive, then just talk in your videos.
What do you do if you're not funny?
We'll get to that at the end, so stay tuned until the end. We're going to give you a short TED Talk on how to be funny. We're masters at that. But back to the talking thing, I would like to shout out a couple of pickleball creators who have a lot of talking videos that I really like. Number 1, Juliet, average pickleball gal. She has a great personality. Yeah. Every time she posts a talking video, I think it's hilarious.
She recently, like had like a little montage, like anything on her story, I'm like, you should make a reel out of this. Like this is great. Like I'm invested. She's delivers hilarious. It well. She's really funny. Who else?
Another one. I love his mental tip videos. I'm not sure if he's still posting them, but he is an APP player. His name's Richard Livernays. I really like his content a lot.
Nice. I think Mari Humberg actually does a pretty good job. Even though she's posting only tip videos, I think you can like really see her personality. She's smiling, she's charismatic, she explains things well, and you can just kind of like get to know Mari, which I think is super valuable.
Yeah, Mari's videos are awesome.
This is our attempt to get you guys to know us better than just our humorous posts.
Yeah, hopefully we're doing a good job and winning over your hearts.
Yeah. Which brings us
to today's sponsor
is nobody.
Nobody. Today's sponsor is nobody. We don't have a sponsor, so
if you're interested in sponsoring the Balls Deep podcast, you can be the first, the only, the best.
Yeah, if you have a company or a brand, or if you're just a really rich guy who just wants to make a donation.
Or woman.
Yeah, women.
We want rich billionaire women.
We want women. We don't want men giving us money.
No, we want
unless
rich
you have a cool
women.
business or something.
Yeah, or if you just think this is funny enough that you want us to give you a shout out. This can be like a cameo.
Yeah.
But we can just name your name out of like no context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's today's sponsor is no one. Thank you to no one. Our next point is make your content shareable.
Huge, yeah.
Shareable content does so well.
Yeah. I think I like try to avoid saying stuff like send this to 5 friends. However, I fear sometimes it helps. Like sometimes people need that kind of like, oh yeah, this is a pretty shareable video. Like this is my action. It's not to comment, it's not to like, it's to share it.
So a lot of videos are shareable naturally and organically. Like funny videos, people tend to share with their friends. Tip videos that are helpful, people tend to share with their friends. But also, you could just sometimes get lucky just by posting a clip of you playing and saying like, send this to someone you can beat easily.
Yeah, one of our friends, Alec Blair. Yeah, he does a phenomenal job as well. He posts, basically daily content too, and it's very shareable. Some of it is like a little bit rage baity, but for the most part, yeah. I think it's entertaining to make some rage bait. I think you have to be like careful and tactful about how much you do with it. If you are ever hoping to have sponsors, I think it depends on like the approach you're going for.
I've grown about a third of my followers just from rage bait alone.
I love that.
And I can tell because I'll look at my reels and I'll tell you.
Yeah, each for those of you who do not make content, each reel, when you look on Instagram, you can see the insights on it and it tells you the metrics. For example, how long did people stay on your video? What percentage of people stayed past, 8 seconds that it tells you, or 3 seconds?
3. Well, you can see
like the hook. You can see it shows you graphs of like retention rates. So ideally, you obviously have people stay all the way until the end of your video. It'll share with you how many people followed, how many people liked, how many people saved it. Like it's actually kind of cool to be able to see all of those analytics. And then with different types of videos that you're trying to make, if you're trying to get people to save it and they don't save it, you're like, let me troubleshoot that.
Now let's talk about the different types of videos people can make. Obviously, number one, which we tend to focus on, is the humorous style videos where we try and make people laugh and hope that they share it that way and hope we get engagement that way. A big thing you'll see in Pickleball is tip videos.
Yeah, it's like coaching. I think some people are great coaches. For me, there's certain things I can explain well. However, I don't know if necessarily Pickleball specific coaching is where I shine. So I have not really done much of it. Whereas anytime I have Brian, my husband, honestly, I would love it if he would want to talk in front of a camera because he's a phenomenal coach. But he doesn't want to talk in front of the camera. So that's his catch.
I think it's important to also know that you don't need to be a good coach to make tip videos that perform successfully.
Yeah.
All you really need is a good hook.
Good hook, Good.
And then another thing
Audio,
is,
clean visuals.
if you have a good hook in your video and you just get people to stay past the first few seconds, that video is going to do pretty well. I think another big thing for the tips in the coaching videos is you want to make them unique. Like, everyone has seen a video on how to hit a forehand dink, but if you take something like that and make it a little more unique, like with the hook, like,
or make it applicable to you and the kind of people that might resonate with that video. So like Ava said, how to hit a forehand dink, you can say as a 5'4" woman.
yeah,
You know, just add on something that people are like, huh, I know how to hit a dink. What's the difference between that and then hitting it as a 5'4" woman? Or like how to hit a dink as a high level tennis player. You know, just adding something on where people are like, ooh, this is relatable. Or, hi, I wonder what the difference is of like, why is this tip not for me? So kind of like talking to a specific audience, I think helps.
I got, I think, 102,000 views on Instagram with a tip video I made on how and when to take timeouts and like how to strategically take timeouts. And I don't think that was because my advice was necessarily good. I think it was more because people hadn't really seen a tip video on timeouts before.
Yeah. My best performing tip video was how to peg your friends in pickleball. It went balls deep.
Nice.
Yeah. It was pretty entertaining.
That was a good one.
And then I think a big point to make if you are thinking about making content is that you need to be aware that the second you have videos doing well, you will start getting random hate comments. And I don't think that is for everybody. That is one thing where it's like, I think everyone wants to say like, oh, I want to be an influencer. I think not to say you have to have tough skin, but sometimes like you just have to make sure that you're aware that people are just releasing their emotions, not at you, but just into the world.
And to add on to this, you do not have tough skin. You respond to like all of them.
Oh yeah, no. Well, for me, I like, when I'm, but I don't let them get to me. I like sometimes if I'm bored, I'm like, hey, this seems like a good time for me to fight back. I'm like, hey, no, actually, you're wrong. Anytime, and then if I like it even more if Ava happens to get a hate comment, because then I can like triple down and defend her, because I was told never to fight trolls on your own content, because then that tells them that you responded to that kind of thing. So it's kind of like this negative affirming loop. But so I like to fight trolls on like Ava's content, or if I don't know, Mari gets a hate comment, like I'll throw my shade in there because I think it's funny.
Yeah, if you're getting hate comments, it means you're doing something right.
Yeah.
But yeah, tip videos are an easy way to post consistently because there's a million things you can give tips about. Yeah. Right? And you can even go, and I've done this before, ask ChatGPT. Take your specific tip you're doing. Let's say you're giving a tip video on the two-handed backhand cross-court dink. Ask ChatGPT, give me 20 viral hooks for a tip video on the two-handed backhand cross-court dink. Yeah. And then read those hooks out, feel out which one sounds the most natural to you when you're speaking it. Yeah. And go with that.
Or just even test out different things. Like what I basically use TikTok for is to, let's call it, do A/B testing, where I just post different things. I don't really put much thought into it. And if it happens to do well, I'm like, okay, this might be the right one. And then I'll post that one on Instagram and stuff like that. Or you can even make a burner account and do something like that on YouTube with shorts. Like, honestly, it doesn't really matter.
So that's a good transition there. How valuable do you think cross-posting is for growing as a pickleball creator?
So I think it's incredibly valuable, although I don't do it. So I don't do it. However, it's one of those things where every single time I post, I'm like, oh, I already made the video, I already made the effort. I should just do the extra motion of just post on also YouTube and TikTok. I don't know why I can't get myself to do it. I think it's the one thing where it's I'm holding myself back. But I think it's super valuable. What do you think?
I don't know, honestly.
It was like, I also know she doesn't cross-post
either.
No,
I've been cross-posting more recently. Yeah. And I don't have Facebook, so I don't know how valuable it is to cross-post on Facebook. I can't speak on that.
Well, Facebook is actually pretty interesting because on Instagram, it has like a thing that says share to Facebook.
So it's the easiest to cross-post on.
I've been doing that actually in the last month and a half because I got accepted to monetize on Facebook. Meaning Facebook pays me now for views, which is kind of cool. I made last month $12, which was awesome.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, drinks on me, you know? But it does make it easy for Facebook. I think Facebook is just strongly needing people to like use their platform. So they're like, please post here.
I think that cross-posting to TikTok is really interesting to me because I'll post a video that will get a ton of views on Instagram, like 50K plus on Instagram, that'll get 300 on TikTok, and I'll post a video on TikTok that'll get 200K views on TikTok and get 1,000 on Instagram. Like it's just weird.
TikTok, I think just the demographic of what people expect to get out of TikTok is different from Instagram. Mm-hmm. And the people that are using it are probably older on Instagram, just on average.
Yeah.
With some exceptions, obviously. But people do go to TikTok, in my opinion, for brain rot style content a lot. And so if you suddenly are providing like a cute aesthetic video, people are like, okay, cool, this is great if I were on Instagram where I would expect this. But I mean, I would say there is no there's no one formula that works for everybody.
And so. YouTube Shorts, I just have no idea. Same. I have zero idea. I've been posting 2 YouTube Shorts a day for like, I think maybe 2 weeks now.
Okay.
And I have 17 subscribers.
So if you're listening to this, go subscribe to Ava's YouTube Shorts.
To my YouTube Shorts.
Actually, wait, we keep forgetting about this. If you're listening, hit like, hit subscribe to our channel.
Smash that like button.
Wait, yeah, this is like the only thing you can really do to help us with this, unless it's sponsoring the podcast. It's liking and subscribe. We need to start saying that to people.
We should put that in the Balls Deep theme song. Also, let us know in the comments what you think of the Balls Deep theme song.
It goes pretty hard. I paid $3 whole for the usage rights of that.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
But more things you can post. You can post tips/advice videos. You can post mental tips.
You can post day in the life, but day in the life. Yeah.
You can post
I think you just need to be mindful of not making it like no one really cares about your day in the life, but people care about it if it helps them in any way. Mm-hmm. What do they call it? I feel like I'm on the side of the TikTok where it refers to them as selfless vlogs. Yeah. Where you're kind of bringing your audience into your life rather than it being like, ooh, look at my life.
One type of lifestyle content that I will never scroll past is what I eat in a day videos.
Oh, do you really?
I will always watch the entirety of your what I eat in a day videos just to see if I get any good ideas on what to eat.
I feel like those are all lies.
I love them.
They're all fake. In my opinion. I don't know. I feel like
they're fake. Even if they're fake though, like I want to see how many slices of aesthetic banana you put in your oatmeal, you know? Yeah. I want to see you eat sardines for lunch.
Yeah.
What else? Get ready with me's. I like get ready with me style videos, especially for pickleball because I like to see how girls do their hair.
For pickleball?
Yeah. I like to see it.
Yeah. I don't mind it. Mine is I don't make that kind of content myself, so I feel like I don't appreciate it, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And then the talking videos, like the talking head videos where they do talk while they get ready, I'm more interested. Like, I don't really care to watch you get ready. I get that that's like part of the hook so that you're watching something, but I'm more interested on how you deliver the content of the story and how you deliver it.
I like outfit videos a lot.
Yeah, me and Ava are on different sides of the internet. I don't get any outfit videos. I've been getting I've been golfing a lot lately, and I've been getting a lot of golf content. And there I've been getting golf outfits, which has been kind of interesting because I'm like, this is kind of the same, minus with the collar.
One thing that I'm not interested in that a lot of pickleball players post is videos of them working out. However, I will say, Zane Ford, videos of Zane Ford working out are hilarious. They're funny every single time.
I don't think I've seen a single one.
I have to show you. Do you have your phone?
We can pull it up later. Do you want to describe it?
You have to go watch it for yourself.
Okay.
Go look at Zane Ford's Instagram, go to Reels, watch his videos of him working out. And if you don't laugh, I'll pay you $1.
Okay, noted.
They're
maybe
we should start making
gym videos.
His are funny because for anyone else, it would be ironic, but for him, it's not ironic. Just the workouts he's doing are just absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Some of the craziest, most pointless.
He's out here doing backhand dinks, kettlebells.
Worse. I
Worse.
wish.
Oh no.
Worse.
That's
funnier.
Okay.
Even
We will have
funnier.
we'll have to pull this up and we might talk about it again.
No
if
hate.
you see
I
this.
think he's rage baiting on purpose, so I think that it's a good strategy. I don't think that he's a dumb person. I think that he's rage baiting
Yeah.
for comments and for he's engagement baiting by doing like workouts that are unique.
Yeah.
But
Which is always
hilarious.
it's always so funny to me when people comment like, "This is a terrible tip." I'm always like, "You just gave them exactly what they were hoping to get."
Yeah.
Engagement. If you didn't actually like it, just don't comment. Like that's literally the easiest way to insult people is not interacting. You know how they say like the opposite of love is indifference or whatever? Yeah. If you're just indifferent towards a video, that's like the worst thing you can do to somebody that makes content.
That's another great way to grow on social media is interacting with other people's content.
Yeah. That brings us to our next point. Ava, who would we like to give a shout out about this?
Alex Trong.
Alex Trung. She does a phenomenal job at interacting and like making some fire comments too.
Yeah, she
fire
kills it.
comments.
Yeah.
And if you yourself are making content, a big, let's call it easy way to get people to comment on your stuff is to
Comment on their stuff.
and like comment mindful things, not just like a fire emoji. We don't care about those. But if you're out here making content, you see somebody else that makes content, put effort into commenting something creative. Like I always go and comment something on her stuff because I'm like, yeah, I'm happy to support her. She supports me, and it's like a kind of like viral vicious cycle.
Yeah, so if you just go out and interact on other people's
Yeah.
posts, I think they're definitely more likely to give you the support back. So that's a good cheat code also.
Yeah. I think you have to be like mindful about how you do it. You don't want to just be like, oh, you look cute on everything if you don't think they look cute, you know? But if someone's trying something new, you know, comment about like, oh, the lasagna you ate looked cool. Something that I personally do to try to help Ava's content, I always bring up something about the end of her video in my comment in an attempt to say, like, encourage people to kind of watch until the end. I'll even if I don't watch the whole video, I'll comment something like, dang, ending was crazy.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be confused. I'll be like,
Yeah.
she commented this, what was crazy about the ending? Like, it was a highlight reel.
I'm out here like, you know, if this gets 5 people to watch Ava's whole video, I'm happy I helped.
Another cheat code I found recently for TikTok is going live.
I went live once. Oh, no, twice.
You need to be consistent about it. I've been going live almost every single day, and I've gotten, I think, in total, at least 1,000 followers so far
that's so
just from
good.
going live.
Oh, that's
I've made so many new friends from going live, just from people interacting with me, pickleball fans interacting with me.
Well, I think you get more authentic, like, you get genuine connections because you can reply to people's, like, actual questions. So I think it is super valuable.
Yeah, I've made so many friends, and not only do you get followers and make new friends when you go live, also TikTok pushes out your content to people.
Yeah.
So I've been getting so many more views since going live consistently because TikTok sees that creators go live and they show their content to more people. They push it out because they say, oh, this person's really, really active on this app.
Yeah, like we want to help them help us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And speaking on that, I also think it's incredibly valuable. It helps, in my opinion, to get used to kind of talking to the camera. It gets you comfortable. It gets you, gets those jitters out. I remember when I first started making videos, I hated listening to my own voice. It was my worst nightmare. I would make a video and then I would just mute it because I could not listen to my own voice back. But now I've heard it like 100 million times and I'm like, okay, it is what it is. And when I streamed on Twitch, I used to stream chess on Twitch for a very brief period of my life. That was very fun. But it was the same experience where I feel like I got genuine connections and it was super cool. People were in my little Discord as well. I had a moderator who was 13 years old. Unpaid labor, man. It's great. Yeah.
Drew is my moderator.
Oh, nice. On TikTok?
Yeah. For my TikTok lives.
Yeah. People, I think on TikTok, they might get a little bit, let's call it crazier with their comments.
You get a little creepy sometimes, but...
Yeah. A funny thing with going live, people will bait you into saying stuff out loud that...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I fell for those once when I was live on Amazon, which is crazy to go live on Amazon. Mm-hmm. But somebody baited me into, like, they said, give me a shout out. And their username was something that was a bad word if you read it, like, together. And I said it, and they're like, you said this. And I was just like, wait, what? I was so confused, and Brian was with me, and he was like, "You fell for like the oldest trap in the book."
I fell for a bad one, like a really bad one.
They're probably like clipping it too, and they're
Yeah.
So if you guys see me and Ava on a live accidentally having said something that doesn't sound like something we would usually say, we probably might have gotten trapped.
Or it's AI. It's fake.
Yeah,
It
it's
never
AI.
happened.
It's not us.
How do you feel about collaborations on social media? Collaborating with bigger accounts to get followers?
So I have a few thoughts on that, and it's a bit of a mixed bag. I think it's valuable if you are also posting your own content and providing your own, let's call it, standalone value. However, if your entire feed is only collaborations, why would I follow that account if I can just follow the ones that they're producing the content? And then two, for example, I have like a kind of clear example. The kitchen from the Pickleball page obviously has a lot of followers, and they collaborated quite often with their players from their Nashville Chefs or whatever it's called, the MLP team.
The team, yeah.
Those players don't have more than, let's say, 1,000, 2,000 followers, even though they're out here collaborating with an account that has 500,000 followers, since they themselves aren't posting content. So if you have a random person landing on that player's page, why would they follow if they see, oh, it's just a photo of you and your wife on a vacation from 5 years ago and you haven't posted since? So it's like, it doesn't really invite people to like, wow, you landed on my page, and now it's like, this is an experience within itself. Thank you for having brought me here. So I think if you get, let's call it, that lead into your like page, you brought them in, you need to finish the sale by getting them to follow.
Most importantly, post consistently, put a little effort into it.
And in my opinion, have fun with it.
Yeah.
I think if you don't enjoy the content you're making, I think you'll just get burned out.
I only post videos or make videos that I laugh at myself.
Yeah.
My number one goal when I'm making content is to make myself laugh. I told Camilla earlier, I have the stupidest idea ever.
I'm so excited about this.
You are either going to hate it and not get it at all, or you're going to think it's the funniest thing.
Yeah. No, and I think it's so true. Like, I mean, like, I post something, I'm rewatching my own video like 20 times and just laughing at it because I'm like, hey, this was so funny. And if it gets 2 views, I don't care. Like, it got 2 views, so therefore, who cares? Like, it doesn't really matter. But I think if you enjoy what you're making, I think other people will also end up enjoying it with you. Versus if you kind of resent what you're making, people can tell. And I think it's important to, even if what you enjoy making is aesthetic videos of your shoes, if you enjoy that, you will probably be successful.
If you like making boring videos of you working out at the gym and looking really good in your biker shorts and your sports bra, then
you do
that.
Yeah. But do it consistently and do it authentically.
Yeah, do it authentically.
Yeah.
Don't try and be someone else. Because when you're authentic, it's hard not to like you, at least for some people.
Well, and I think it becomes harder to get copied.
Yeah.
Because if you're, for example, if you're only following trends or following, like doing kind of easy to replicate videos. Like for me, anytime someone has like replicated my video, I don't care. If it was that easy to replicate.
Oh my God, I love it.
What?
When people replicate my videos?
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, they replicated my video. If obviously it was if it's easy to replicate, like you probably didn't have such a great original video experience, versus if you caught this crazy great moment, or if it's like authentically like, wow, you know so much and are so valuable, like in terms of providing just, tips, just value to the person watching or listening to it. I think it makes it harder to replicate.
Yeah. So you've reached the end of our podcast, so we're going to tell you how to be funny now. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, the paddle that I made for her with my 3D printer. It's okay, I have like 500 more.
Dang. Can we have a funeral for it?
Yeah.
Okay, so how to be funny. Yeah, so if you're already funny, hopefully this will make your content a little easier. And if you're not funny at all, hopefully this will make you a little funny.
There we go.
So the number one way to be funny is to be relatable. I think that people laugh at things they relate to a lot of the time. It's kind of level 1 humor.
Yeah.
Things haha, hashtag relatable.
Yeah, you miss a dink. Everybody misses dinks. You make a video about missing dinks. Everyone's like, I too felt sadness when I missed my dink.
Yeah.
Like, solidarity.
Yeah. So that's easy, right? Relatable videos are easy.
Yeah.
Unless you're super weird and like not relatable.
You're like, this is what I use as a keto and gym going person that has green hair and only eats meat on Tuesdays. And then people are like, great, this is not me.
Don't you hate it when your sardines don't sardine in your mouth? Like, no one eats sardines. No one's gonna think it's funny.
Brian eats so many sardines. Brian eats sardines more than he like buys them, I think, for the cats, and then he ends up eating them. And I'm always like, the house like smells awful too. I'm always like, why are you eating sardines?
Yeah. So if you're just like super weird and not a relatable person, this might not work for you.
I think
sometimes I'll text you things that I think are relatable, and you'll be like, "What are you talking about?"
I'm like, who are you talking to, and what is this? What have you done with Ava?
But yeah, so try and make sure that it actually is relatable first, though. Like maybe ask ChatGPT. Like,
But does that make you funnier or like more? Is that just more crowd?
no, it's
That's
just
for,
like
engagement.
it's just like, what is this? You know, like.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Try and be relatable. Think, do other humans experience this too, or am I the only person who likes sardines? Anyway,
Brian's gonna comment, everybody loves sardines. How dare you insult my favorite food?
Anyway, number two way to be funny easily is out of pocket. Be out of pocket. Say something out of pocket. Like Camila.
Saying something you don't expect.
Good example is Camila's pegging video.
Oh yeah. With me and I made a video with Leia giving a tutorial on how to peg your pickleball friends. And then I said, strap in for this quick tutorial. And then I said, it was just very clear I was talking about one thing, but talking about the other at the same time. Nobody saw it coming. It was great. It was pretty funny.
Being out of pocket is a good way to be funny. Just say.
You have to be mindful about it. You don't obviously want to just...
Don't be too offensive. There's a line that you don't want to cross, you know? But you can be slightly offensive, but don't be offensive.
Don't be offensive. Just, you can do self-deprecating offense.
Well, I mean, the pegging video,
it's not self-deprecating.
There are moms there are mothers on Facebook who would watch that video and be offended by it.
You think so? Actually, that was one of my most viral videos that got 0 hate comments. Like 0 hate comments. People just thought it was funny. But it got also into some weird parts of the internet, but all the comments were very positive. Like just like, oh, I wasn't expecting that, or ha ha ha, that was funny. You know, like it was my most viral video with 0 hate comments.
Okay, well, do you agree with me in the sense that a religious person, extremely religious person would think this is inappropriate? So be a little offensive, but don't be too offensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like say it with your like heart out without offending your grandma.
Yeah.
And if your grandma doesn't understand what's happening, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I would have sent my grandma that video, she'd just be like, oh, this is a pickleball video. No context. Yeah. Anyways, next point on how to get funny.
Grandma doesn't speak the greatest English, right?
The point is still there. The point stands.
Anyway, yeah. Offend your grandma. Be out of pocket. Yeah. That's another way to be funny. Number 3, self-deprecating humor.
Yeah, I think that one makes it relatable on how to be funny. How else are we funny these days? Honestly, just being surprising. Surprising and then self-deprecating, I think, are just easy ones.
You need to say something that is the opposite of what people think you're going to say, and then they laugh. I think, right? There's no science to it. It's an art, not a science.
It is. Some people are just funny, and if you're not funny, and that's okay.
But you're not, there are people who aren't funny that can have funny ideas.
Yes.
So,
do you have somebody in mind?
Yeah, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want someone watching this to think that I think that they're not funny.
Okay,
but there are people
who
aren't funny that have the occasional funny idea.
I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
So same happens with humor sometimes. So if you do have that broken clock moment,
if you have a funny idea, do it.
Or don't like I have a friend Vicky, her let's call it genre is not funny. Like that's not her like brand. So if that's not your brand, don't try to be funny.
Well, this we're explaining. We're telling people how to be funny.
That's true.
They want to know if they're at this point in the podcast.
All the comments are going to be like, well, you guys aren't funny.
Well, right now we're not trying to be funny.
not trying to be
so
funny.
stop judging us. If you don't
Jeez.
think her pegging video is funny, then you don't agree with a ton of people who did. So
Yeah,
at
that was
least
a lot of
one
people who
person
did.
thought it was funny.
Yeah. That was that was one of my greatest videos of all time.
So anyway, so far, how to be funny, we have number 1, be relatable. That's an easy way to be funny. Number 2, be out of pocket. That's an easy way to be funny. Number 3, be self-deprecating.
I wonder what
That's an easy way to be funny.
I'm so curious on what like WikiHow has as how to be funny.
Number 4, just copy a trend that someone already did that's
yeah.
funny.
That is actually a pretty easy one. There's a bunch of, let's call it, tennis content out there. If it does well and it's pretty funny, most likely people resonated it already, and just make it applicable to you and your niche. Core mechanics, incongruity, timing, status play, callbacks. I don't know if ChatGPT. Oh, here we go. Humor equals setup, expectation, reversal. Kind of what we talked about with doing something unexpected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tests on people. Laughter is data. So if you're curious if something is funny, send it to your mom, and if they laugh, pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, anytime I show Brian a video, if he thinks the video is stupid, it usually does really well.
Yeah.
Like when he's like, this is a bad video, no one's gonna think this is funny, it usually does really well. When he's like, oh, this is a really good video, I'm like, it gets 2 views. Anyways, do we have anything else?
Relatable, out of pocket example. Kaden weird nipple video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good example for
one.
something out of pocket. So our friend Kaden made a video,
Kaden Nemoth, shout out him.
and it was an ad, some sort of ad for something, and
Oh, yeah.
his nipples were like the main focus of the video.
Yeah, but it was like nothing to do with his nipples.
It was nothing to do
They were
with
just
his nipples.
there.
They were just there. It was just like,
It was just funny.
it was just out of pocket.
And you were like, what is happening the entire time?
why are Kaden's nipples in this video? Like, what's going on? It's out of pocket.
Yeah.
Self-deprecating. Anna Bright is good at being self-deprecating, kind of.
She does a really good job too.
Being self-deprecating is great because it just makes you look so humble and relatable, you know?
Yeah.
It's just good humor, you know?
Yeah, everybody enjoys it. And if you beat people to the punch of the deprecation, there's nothing left for them to insult you by.
No,
they'll
they'll still insult you. I still get hate comments on self-deprecating videos.
really?
Yep, all the time.
Well, anyways, I'm telling you, content is not as easy as you guys think it is. takes toughness.
Yeah, we've had a lot of long nights in the hitting the drawing board,
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to be funny tomorrow.
Yeah, sometimes there's videos where I'm like, I don't think I can think of a funny video. Like, it doesn't just come to you.
Yeah.
And that is kind of like what Ava's brother said about maybe it's not the easiest niche to go into since it requires you to always be funny. But anyways, that is our few tips if you are trying to make some funny videos.
All right.
Well, subscribe, like, send it to
Smash
your
that
grandma.
like button.
Send this to your grandma. Send this to your mom. Send this to your sister. Who else?
Send this to your dad.
Sure, send this to your dad.
Send this to
somebody that's trying to get into making
Yeah, let's
content.
make a
send this
sound.
to someone you can easily
That
beat
ball,
at
spin it
pickleball.
around.
Yeah, see how she just engagement baited you guys into
Pickleball life is
sending
the
this?
ultimate deal.
Send this to someone you have a crush on.
On the court,
Send this to Tyson McGuffin.
life's a
That would be
rally,
so
let's
funny
get
if every
straight.
single person sends this video to
Every
every
single
single
week.
Okay,
Not
thank you
mentioned.
guys.
Serve with the
Goodbye.
perfect slice. Life in sports will break the ice. Pros with moves and touch the tail. In this game we all excel. Balls deep, we go, no holding back. Balls, balls deep, every single